Say hi, everyone. Nacho, say hi. Say hi. Can you stop sleeping all the time? Nacho, say hi. He's definitely not having it today. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be another collab, and this is the Latina tag collaboration with two of my really good friends here on YouTube. It's Victoria Sophia Doll, which I've mentioned so many times on my channel, and Natalie Torres. I know I literally just did a collab video for my Thanksgiving get ready with me, but I could not say no to this collab, like not even the slightest bit. It's just the minute Natalie wrote to me and said that she wanted to do like a Latina tag, I was like, oh my god, I'm totally down for this ride right now. In this video, I will be doing like a complete full get ready with me, but while I'm doing my makeup, I'm going to be talking to you guys and answering some questions that are part of the Latina tag. I don't know if there's like an official Latina tag, but we just kind of got some questions offline and we went with that. So I will link their channels down below as well as their videos, so you guys can go check out their channels and subscribe. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, make sure to do that so that way you are notified every time that I post a video. And I think Nacho wants to say hi to you guys again because he's like fussing on me right now. What's wrong? I think he's camera shy. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the tag. So I have this like really huge zit on the side of my mouth. Don't be disturbed, but just saying, just putting it out there. I already have my brows done, and for my brows I've been really enjoying this pencil by Chella. I think it's like Chella Cosmetics. So this is in the shade Tantalizing Taupe Eyebrow Color. It's kind of like a universal shade and I love it for my eyebrows. I ran out of my Anastasia, what was it, brow wiz for my senior pictures, and I was like last minute looking for an eyebrow pencil to use, and I found that one in my collection and it is bomb. Like I actually like it more than the Anastasia brow wiz, and I think it might be cheaper too. I already have my brows done. My eyelids are like primed and set, ready to go. So I'm gonna start on my base, and I'm gonna be using my Versali Rose Gold Elixir and my LC Micro Silk Foundation. I love the combination of these two. Like it's perfection on the face. As I'm going through this whole like get ready with me, I'm supposed to be answering the questions from the tags, so I guess we're gonna start off with the first one. But I added a few drops of the Rose Gold Elixir, and then I like to just add the LC on the back of my hand and kind of just like use as I go. Sometimes this pump is a little crazy and like shoots out everywhere. So let me just get the first question going. Alright, so the first question is, what's your nationality? I'm kind of a mutt and my family is from everywhere. I am Salvadorian, Ecuadorian, Colombian, and Cuban. I'm telling you guys, like my family is literally from everywhere. A lot of the times I get that I look Mexican or Puerto Rican, but definitely not the case. I've never like had someone guess where I'm actually from or like what's my background. I'm curious as to where my viewers are from too. Like that's always been a question of mine. Like I know YouTube, like when you have your own channel, it shows you stats of where everyone claims to be. Like when you fill out your Google profile, it does tell you where everyone says that they're from on their profile. So I look at that all the time. Like I know I have a couple people, I think I have like literally 2 people that are from New Zealand or put on their Google page that they're from New Zealand, which I thought was pretty cool. I just looked at that the other day. I'd really enjoy if you guys would like let me know where you're from down below. It doesn't have to be like Spanish. Even if you're like from somewhere else, I'd like to know. I think it's pretty cool to know where your viewers are from. Yeah, lately I haven't been liking to put too much foundation on my forehead, so I'll literally go in with the tiniest bit and just pounce it. It doesn't look patchy or anything. I just feel like my forehead, I don't really need that much foundation. Okay, so the next question is, can you speak Spanish? I'm not sure if that's kind of like insinuating that you want me to speak Spanish, but sí puedo hablar el español muy bien. Yeah, like I don't know what else to say. Mi familia en mi casa no se habla mucho el español, pero si lo sé, lo puedo leer, lo puedo escribir, lo puedo hablar, obviamente. Yeah, it's like I don't really speak Spanish at home just because my parents speak Spanish. My dad hardly knows any Spanish, but my mom definitely does. yeah, and like my grandma speaks to me in Spanish, but it's kind of become a habit where I don't really speak Spanish back. Like she'll say something in Spanish, but I'll reply in English. And I don't know, it's just weird. There's this really good documentary that I heard about not too long ago. It's called Project Enye, like Enye, you know, the N with the squiggly line on top. It kind of explains what it's like being an American whose parents or grandparents are like immigrants and they came over here from like Hispanic speaking countries. It kind of explains a lot of what it feels like to know Spanish, speak Spanish, be able to read Spanish, but like not have Spanish conversations with everyone around you. Like for my grandparents, obviously it was different. Everyone around them like knew Spanish and they would talk to each other in Spanish, but here it's definitely not like that. Like I know how to speak Spanish, read it, write it, speak it obviously, but I never really use it that much because I don't speak it to my parents. My brothers literally don't know not 1 ounce of Spanish. Yeah, I feel like this video is gonna be hella long already. To correct my under eyes, I'm gonna be using the Fiona Styles Full Cover Perfect Finish Concealer in Peach Corrector. Like that's the shade name. This is what it looks like. I've shown it before on my channel. I just haven't been using it as much lately, and because I can't find my Bobbi Brown one right now, it's what I'm gonna use. I guess we can kind of move on to the next question. But yeah, I really want you guys, like especially if you are Hispanic and your parents or like your grandparents are immigrants here, like definitely watch that documentary. Like it's so freaking good. I cried so much because it kind of explained like so much of what it feels like to be a young woman who knows Spanish and like has this whole culture behind her but doesn't really use it that much because it's not that it's not respected in our society, but kind of like it kind of falls into those lines. So the next question is, what is your favorite dish from your country? Definitely ceviche. Like I know it's not just like an Ecuadorian, Central American kind of thing. I know there's a lot of countries that do ceviche. My favorite is obviously ceviche de camarón because I don't eat chicken or I don't eat meat. I am a pescatarian, meaning that like I eat seafood but I don't eat like chicken and meat and those kind of things. I'm gonna kick it with a little bit of a throwback and use my Estee Lauder Double Wear Warm Light Medium Concealer. I haven't used this concealer in a little bit, but I just saw it in my drawer and I was like, ooh, I haven't used you. So I'm just gonna pop this under my eye. I have really been liking the Smashbox one. I would say I like it better than this one, honestly I do, but I really do like this one too. So it's kind of hard, like I can't choose between concealers. So yeah, my favorite dish is definitely ceviche. My grandma makes some bomb ass ceviche, or like even when she makes the ensalada de cebolla or something like that, I don't even know, with tuna. Oh my god, it's like the red onion with like lemon, salt, cilantro, and the tuna. Oh my Jesus Christ, it's so good. I beg her to make me that literally all the time. So yeah, I'm just blending that under my eye. I feel like you guys don't even know what I'm doing with my makeup at this point. You're just hearing me ramble. I also really like pupusa for my Salvadorian side. My father is Salvadorian. Well, actually, okay, so this is kind of a get to know me kind of tag. So my biological dad actually passed away when he was 19 years old, meaning that my parents had me really young. They were both 17. So yeah, my dad passed away in a car accident when he was 19. I was like a year and a half, so I don't really remember much, but I do still keep in contact with my grandmother, which is my dad's mom. I do have a stepdad though, and he's like, I don't even see him as my stepdad just because he came into my life when I was 3, so it's kind of all that I remember. And like I don't refer to him as like my stepdad or, you know, anything like that. I just say like my dad because he is my dad. He raised me, and I don't know, I'm like really thankful for that man, like a whole lot. Completely besides the point. But yeah, so pupusas from my biological father's side because he's Salvadorian. Yeah, that is the bomb. That was a really long story and I didn't mean to like go on a tangent. Going in with the Kat Von D Lock It Setting Powder. I want to get the darker shades just because I feel like this is a little bit too light, but I hate the Laura Mercier powder, as you guys probably already know, especially if you've been watching me for a while. Like, you know how much I hate that powder. So I'm just gonna like not really bake with it, but just let the powder sit on, like, literally right on my creases. Setting brush and kind of like dust that powder away. As my overall face powder, I'm using the MAC Studio Fix powder in the shade NC40. I feel like this powder is a little light. I don't know if it's just me, but the powders, like the Studio Fix powder line, runs super light. Like, I'm usually an NC30, NC35-ish, and like NC40, like this shade right here, even is still like a little light for me. It's not like, oh my god, light, but just a little. The next question says, name a household item that reminds you of your culture. That's an interesting one. I don't think I have like a specific item I would say reminds me of my culture. I have this anklet on my ankle, obviously, that I wear, and I got it the first time that I ever visited Ecuador, and that was, I want to say, maybe 7 years ago, and I've worn it ever since then. It might sound like a little gross, but I've never taken it off. Like, ever since that first time that I went on that trip, I have refused to take off the anklet, and like, I wear it with everything. Even if it doesn't go, like, my mom hates when I wear it and I have like a really nice dress on and really cute shoes, and then it's just like a red like fabric kind of anklet. I'm using the Ciate. I got like something in my eye and it really hurts. I'm using the Ciate and Chloe Morello palette. This is the Pretty Fun and Fearless palette. I bought this kind of because I kept adding it and taking it out of my cart, and I finally gave in. I'm taking the shade Unconditional, which is just like a really neutral, warm brown matte color in my crease as usual. I want to use the shade Own It, which is like this really beautiful blue purplish color, and I want to add that to my lid just because I feel like I haven't done color in a really long time, and why not do it now? Let me move on to the next question because I will literally sit here all day and I will not finish this. The next question is pretty fast. It says, does your furniture have plastic covers? No. I've never had plastic covers on my furniture before. I don't feel like my family is that like Hispanic in that sense. Like, I know a lot of Hispanic families that have covers on their couches, but my family is definitely not one. When was the last time you visited your country? Out of everywhere I'm from, I've only gone to Ecuador. I really want to go to Colombia, and I really want to go to El Salvador, and Cuba also. It's just Cuba's like really hard to go to. The last time I went to Ecuador was 2 summers ago, and it wasn't that much fun just because that's when the new president kind of took, this camera's kind of crooked, that's when the new president, Correa, took seat, and like there was riots everywhere, so it wasn't really safe to go anywhere, so I didn't have that much fun that trip. I definitely ate a lot though. I mean, I always do, but still, like, it was good. But yeah, I wish that that whole thing wasn't happening. And also, I went the weekend that the Pope was going, and it just wasn't fun. Like, it was crowded everywhere, and like people were just, it was a hot mess. So I didn't really have fun the last time that I went. I don't know. I do want to go again really soon just because I love being over there. I love the atmosphere and the food. Don't even get me started. The next question says, what part of the country are you from? I have a lot of family that lives in Tarqui. I'm talking about Ecuador. A lot of family that lives in Tarqui, Guayaquil. I have an aunt that lives in Quito, and I also have family in Manta. Like, a lot of my family is from Manta. I really like this blue. It's like giving me all types of life right now. Number 8 says, if you ever visited your country, what is your favorite place to visit? I would say that my favorite place to visit in my country, in Ecuador specifically, because it's the only one I've gone to, I would say it's the beaches. Like, the beaches over there are so calm, so crystal clear, but I also really like going to like centro comerciales where you can buy like a whole bunch of goods like manjar, and like I know manjar is not just an Ecuadorian thing, it's like a Colombian thing. I don't know where else they have manjar, but yeah, manjar and like tango, roscas, like there's just a lot. I really love any food place in my country, in like Ecuador. Like no matter where you go, the food is just always bomb. There's no way that you can have bad food. Number 9 says, have you ever visited the capital of your country? Yes, obviously. I just said that I have family there. 10, what is your favorite dessert from your culture? Okay, so I would say my favorite dessert from Ecuador is manjar, and also from Colombia too. Like manjar is very big in Colombia. Manjar is definitely my favorite dessert, kind of. Yeah, I can't really think of anything else like dessert wise that I really like. Oh, flan, but flan is like normal in every Hispanic culture. I feel like that's not a specific region kind of thing, that's like everywhere. Take the shade Daydream right here. It's like this really deep purple, and I'm gonna add that into the outer corner. I totally forgot that I'm even doing my makeup. I was just like rambling on and on and on. So yeah, I'm just gonna pop that on my outer V and add it into my crease. Did was add My Tribe, which is like the creamy white blank shade on my brow bone, and I just blended out the purple a little bit more. I'm gonna apply these off camera just because I have to like cut them and size them to my eye. I'm gonna be using the Vegas Snay Eyelure Shining Star lashes. I still haven't used these. I bought like another pair not too long ago, so yeah, I'm just gonna apply this off camera real quick and be right back. Shade Flirt, which is this like really like kind of in between dark and light plum purple shade. So I'm just gonna run that on my lower lash line. Like I need something to really pop on my eyes. I'm gonna take the shade Vacay, which is this like golden champagne shade. I'm gonna pop that on the center of my lid, so that way we have like a little bit more of depth, because I feel like the blue just kind of just looks a little dull, and it's not really giving my eye look much life. So I'm just popping that in the center. See, that looks so much better. Picking up the shade Vacay and popping it on my inner corners. So the next question says, what haven't you visited in your country that you want to visit? There's actually this place in Ecuador. Well, obviously I want to go to El Salvador, Colombia, and Cuba. That's for starters. But then I also heard that there's this place in Ecuador called Baños, where it's like a whole bunch of waterfalls and like water activities to do. Every time that we go, we say that we're gonna do that, but it never happens just because we always have other things to do. What type of music reminds you of your country? I would say a lot of cumbia really reminds me of Ecuador. I don't know, just in Ecuador they kind of listen to a little bit of everything, but definitely cumbia reminds me a lot. For bronzer, I'm going to be using this new one, and this is the Bourjois Paris Matte Illusion Bronzing Powder. I got mine in the shade 22 Dark. This is what it looks like. It kind of has the same undertone kind of as MAC Give Me Sun, but I haven't used this on my face and I'm kind of curious to see. I'm going to use it on my cheeks now. Oh, that is really like red. Is it just me, or that powder kind of looks like a little red? I mean, it's pretty, but different from what I've ever seen on my face before. For blush, I'm going to be using Becca's Wild Honey Blush. This is what it looks like. It's kind of like an apricot blush tone-ish. So yeah, I'm going to pop that on the apples of my cheek and then pull it back. For highlight, I'm going to be using my Laura Geller Gilded Honey Highlight, and I actually broke it, so I gotta be like super careful. And my favorite way to apply this is kind of taking the butt of my beauty blender and pouncing it on my skin. I feel like that gives the most natural dewy glow effect. Like, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see it, but just watch. Like, do y'all... Oh my god, it's so pretty. For my lips, I'm going to try using the ColourPop Ultra Satin Lip in the shade Tansy. I know this is kind of like monochromatic right now, but I'm not sure of what color to do, and I don't want to do a nude because I always do that. But yeah, let's just, ooh, I like that. There you have the completed look. Concludes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it as always, and if you're coming from Natalie's channel or Victoria's channel, welcome, and I hope you stay for the ride. Again, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, give this video a huge thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.